programs that BISCO has right now, and who exactly if they serve?
Uh, and we serve Terrebonne and Lafourche parishes. Some of Jefferson, it depends on where we're going with the people issues that they have. But right now, we're working with this program in training community members of what's going on, what's happening around them with the coast, the erosion, the seafood, and getting them at the table and sharing and letting them share and letting them express their feelings. That was one of the biggest things, BISCO had always, want community members at the table. You go to meetings and you have your legislators, you have your big people, big dogs, sorry, you can edit that word, but you have these, and you don't have the people that it's affecting. The community people that it's, so we're that's what we want to do. That's what we're doing. We feel we've come a long way, and we see that. We're seeing more and more, wanting the community people at the table. This way, it's coming out firsthand. They're telling the story. They're telling their story. I went to Washington on one of the grants. I went on a panel, and we had to talk, and that was the greatest thing I enjoyed because I was telling a story about flooding and erosion, but that was my story. That's why I told them when I tell you I was cleaning mud knee deep. I'm not telling you that Mary didn't tell me that down the road. Sharon, it happened to Sharon. I've lost homes with that, So that was one thing to be able to let someone see like a real person, that's happening to.
That's awesome. I was just gonna say, tell us one more time about your experience of like how many times have you had to move? Yeah, I thought that was really powerful.
Okay, I've lost one, two, two homes completely. The first one I ever lost as an adult on my own, living married and what, because we've lost them growing up. I can remember Betsy. Everybody said how far back. I can remember Betsy. My dad was a fisherman, trawler, whatever, and he always had boats. We always went on the boats. Didn't understand that. Why are we going on the boat? The water. Well, boat rises with the water. Makes sense. Okay. But I remember those nights, those times spending there. Well, I'm an adult now, and now I got to take care of my family and got to evacuate my family. The first one that the home I lost in 3 days before I was able to go into my home. 3 days before we were able to go. And I believe that was Andrew, Juan, one of those. So when my husband went, it was still 3 feet deep inside the home. Didn't go back, left, lost everything. The clothes on our back. That thing was, and I understand how people are today. I'm not going anywhere. I'm staying home. I'm protecting what I have. That's how I was younger too. But that hurricane, 3 times, false alarm, go home, pack everything, leave, come back, and get hit, whatever. So that last alarm went off, told my husband, let's just go. We just grabbed the kids and we left. And it happened, it hit, and we lost everything. That was the first one. So we moved further up the road, and I'm telling you, we were down. And it was road the goal. So we moved up further up, Homa, and same thing. So you ask, where is it safe? High grounds. People have been hit, flooded, that have never been flooded before. We were in a subdivision and I didn't lose there. I was up the subdivision. My sister lived towards the back of the subdivision. The whole subdivision, back into the subdivision flooded, but her house. Everybody was mad at her, throwing eggs at her house. Why you didn't flood? She was elevated so many feet or inches or whatever, her slab above everyone else. That's just like, it's not my fault, it's not my fault. I didn't do anything. Well, you do the best you can to prepare, but you don't never know what preparing is. Where I'm at now, the city of Houma, inside, a hard rain and it floods. That's drainage. That's drainage problems. So, and power, loss of power, didn't have any. So the city of Houma brag and pat on the back, and that's good for that because they have that. They're working on it. Terrebonne Parish has it together. They're working on it. The officials are all working together. They're building the levees and working on, protecting certain. But in doing that, can't protect everybody. Some others are getting flooded, you know, so, what are you gonna do?
Sharon, did y'all you have any problem during Hurricane Barry? That was really like a thunderstorm for us, though.
No, no power loss, a few limbs of the tree. I don't know anyone that had any more than just power losses. More I heard is power loss that they've had. So we left that one out. But I've been warned, be prepared because it's a season. So they happen later in the year. So that's what we're doing too. You know, we do that. We have a program that we share with people in the community, evacuation, how to prepare. Yeah.
Oh, the beauty of
That's
edit.
gonna be a
Yeah,
perfect
yeah, they're gonna be. Yeah.
I thought it was a mousetrap, like, I'm not moving.
Is there-
I'm not moving.
Is there anything else that you want to make sure you share with the community? And then if you would just, your vision of
The communities,
take them in two separate.
the communities that we work in, we have built trust. You know, the one-to-ones that we do. You asked earlier, you know,